Hi everyone, it's Joy Nelson in Aurora, Colorado, here in the Denver, Colorado area. And I am very excited about being part of the brand new 2023 to 2024 annual catalog launch. I am so excited that we will have many demonstrators from all over the globe participating. So let me just tell you what I'm going to be using. This is a brand new set from the new catalog. It is Cheerful Daisies, and it comes with a set of dies called Cheerful Daisies dies. Yes, I'm also very excited that they are now naming the die set that comes in the bundle the same as the stamp set. So this makes it very easy to remember which die set belongs to which stamp set. So I'm going to get these back in the package, and then here is the stamp set, and then this is also part of a suite of products, and it is comes with some really great designer series paper. You have all these wonderful floral and patchwork. You can cut these individually out and put these on card fronts. And then kind of daisy floral patterns. And then this one's very fun. And you have this one. And then on the back, you have all these great, just kind of brushed, watercolor brushed colors. And so there's a lot of colors from the new In Color palette mixed with some of the returning colors in the new core colors. Let me go ahead and bring in my sample as a reference. So I'm going to be making this, which is a kind of a split card front with our designer series paper on the back. And that is, I just love this look because your designer series paper creates your first layer on this card. So I have a Daffodil Delight card base, and it is 5.5 inches by 8.5 inches, or 14.9 centimeters by 21 centimeters. And then you score it at either 4 1/4 or 10.5 centimeters, depending on the size of cardstock that you are starting out with. So we have that. We've got it scored, and it is now folded in half. Let me get a bone folder to give that just a little more of a crease. So we have our card base here, and then we have our first layer of designer series paper, which is 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches, or 10 centimeters by 14.4 centimeters. If you miss any of these measurements, you can also purchase a PDF tutorial of all of our products for a donation, and you can get all the measurements plus the step-by-step instructions that way. So I'm just going to take some of our multi-purpose liquid glue, and then make sure my stems are going the right direction, and then leave a little bit of a border around. Just a small kind of a border around. And then I have a piece of basic white cardstock that is 3.5 inches by 3 3/4 inches. Now that is almost square, just not quite. And the reason it's just not quite is so that we can leave a little bit larger gap in between our two pieces, so that we can show off all that gorgeous designer series paper. So 9.5 centimeters by 9.9 centimeters. And then we are going to make little marks on the 3.5 or 9.5 side. So you want to remove this, bring in a ruler, and I've made my little marks a little darker so that you can see. And then bring in a pencil, and you want to have a nice, good, soft, clean eraser. And then you're going to flip it around, And then you're going to mark it again at the 1 inch or 2.5 centimeter mark. So that's 1 inch or 2.5 centimeters on opposite sides, and it's the 3.5 inch side that you are making the mark. Now you need your paper trimmer. This is one of the reasons I love the paper trimmer. It has more uses than, you know, than just your standard cutting standard sizes, because it has this little groove here, and you can line up this little groove and get that little mark right there on where the mark is right there in the groove, and then you can cut that, and now you have perfect angles for this layer, this kind of popped up diagonal layer. So this is a split card front diagonal layer, and of course you're going to go in and you would erase those little marks. So to save some time, I already have one with marks erased, and then I've gone ahead so that I don't forget and attached my ribbon. I'm notorious about forgetting to put my ribbon on and then having to peel the layers back. So I've gone ahead and put the vanilla and gold sheer kind of ribbon here. It's a satin edge ribbon, and so I've cut a length to where I've got plenty of room to fold it around the back and tape it. I've also started on my dimensionals, so we have that going, and then I need some dimensionals on this piece. I like to use lots of dimensionals. Let's make sure that goes the right way. Yes, I like to use lots of dimensionals because then I don't have any saggy middles. So just put as many dimensionals as you would like. Dimensionals are very inexpensive, and so just load that up with dimensionals. So now we have those two pieces going, and you will also need a scrap. Let me set these over here. You will also need a scrap that is fairly large, because you're going to stamp all your pieces that will get die cut. Let me move this over here for a second. And so I have some crumb cake ink, so that this would just give a little subtle outline, because I want my daisy to be mostly white. And go ahead and stamp this. And then you need some of the little leaves. I'm using the Pretty Peacock ink, which is a returning core color. And I want this a little bit lighter, and so I am stamping this on my scrap paper, my grid paper first, and then stamping. And I'm going to do that 3 times. And then I have my greeting, my sentiment, and I want to do that in the copper clay, which is one of the new in colors. And I'm going to stamp this on this piece as well, leaving room to die cut around it. So I have all of those, and then now I need a center, but I wanted my center to be stamped on a scrap of Daffodil Delight. However, instead of Daffodil Delight ink, I am using crushed curry ink because I want that to stand out just a little bit more. So there we have that. Okay, these pieces are all ready to be die cut. So via the magic of video, we are bringing in our die cut pieces. It's in this container. So we have our piece with the birthday that is cut with that image that's from the stamp, from the die bundle. And then we have our 3 little leaves and our center. let's go ahead and use the peel off the backing and put this on here. There we have that on. Oh, we need one more piece that gets die cut. We need a scrap piece of the Pretty Peacock cardstock. And we're using just a portion of this large die here. I just wanted a portion of it. I just wanted the leaves. So I just used a scrap piece of the Pretty Peacock cardstock. And I die cut that out. But first, before I die cut, I use some of the adhesive sheets because when I have detailed dies like this, it's always really handy to go ahead and have adhesive on the back so that I don't have to try to get the adhesive on those little tiny areas. So just pop these little veins out. They'll come right out. And then I need to trim this just a little bit. Kind of like so. I don't need that little leaf on there. We have all of our pieces here ready to go. Now, let's go ahead and start some assembly. First, I want to attach this piece, this diagonal piece. That goes on like that. And then we're going to attach this piece on. And we're going to peel off the paper backing from the adhesive sheet. And let's see, we're going to just kind of put this on here so that we have an idea of where this is going to go. So that we know where we want our leaves. These leaves, just going to tuck in under here. About, where do we want these? About here, I think. There we have those. And let's see, we want to tuck in one of these leaves. And I went ahead and stamped them off so that there would be a little bit of a difference between the color of the leaves so that the leaves would all stand out a little bit better. So there's one, and we want two down here, just a little glue. Don't need a whole bunch, just enough to make it stick. So we want to put one down here and another one kind of down here. Whoop, there it goes. So there we have those on here. Now I think I want just a little dimensional on the back of this, just kind of one in the center. And let's see, let's hold this back up again. Where were we having it? We were having it, you know, approximately here. So let's just pull the backing off there and push that down. And now we're just going to put just a little bit of glue, like we're doing just a little surgery here. But just a little bit of glue there. There we go. And just a little bit of glue. Okay, I think this needs to go up just a little bit. Okay, good thing that dimensional isn't on there really stiffly. Come on, come up. Let's see, there we go. There we go. Just get it there. Doesn't have to be exact, it really doesn't. I'm just being a little picky, I think. So have that all stuck on there. Now, we need, I've already put some dimensionals on the back of this sentiment that's been die cut. And this is going to be, I have little dog hairs hanging around. That's the beauty of having pets. And we're just gonna kind of put that, get that centered on the ribbon there. And then we need, let's see, I have a piece for the inside, 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches or 10 by 14.4 centimeters. And just a strip, just kind of a leftover strip, 1/2 inch by 4 inches or 1 by 10 centimeters. And a little pretty peacock strip, 3/4 of an inch by 4 or 1.5 by 10 centimeters. And I'm going to just use this glue again. I like the glue because it gives you some wiggle room. Just going to put this on here with kind of an even border on the top and the bottom. Hopefully that is straight. And I'm going to attach that to this. This is for our inside. We want to make our inside look kind of pretty too. And then just attaching this at the bottom here. And then attaching this to the inside of our card, where I can write a handwritten note on the inside of my card. Just leave an even border around. So there, the inside looks pretty as well as the outside. And now I just need some of the brushed brass butterflies. I love these things. They're so pretty. And let's see, I'm going to grab my Take Your Pick tool and the putty end. And I want one of the large ones. Let's see if I can, yeah, there we go. One of the large ones, it's going to kind of hang out down here, close to this Y. And then I want 2 of the little ones, and they're going to kind of hang out up here. So there you have it. There is my Cheerful Daisies card. And I hope you enjoyed this presentation. I know you will enjoy all of the rest of the presentations that we have for this catalog launch. And until next time, bye.